Hey guys, I'm Neha, and if you're new to my channel, please subscribe. I post new videos about veganism and self-love and vegan food hauls and vegan tips and tricks about how to go vegan, how to stay vegan, and all of that fun stuff. I'm also going to be start to include some of my poetry that I've personally written and revised many times. So if you're interested in that, I will be doing that in a couple of weeks. So stay tuned for that. I'm also going to be doing a lot of other fun stuff besides veganism. Of course, veganism is going to be like the bulk of my channel, but I'm also going to be doing a lot of other things besides it, just to have a little more variety on this channel. So in this video, I'm going to be talking about some of the weight loss tips that I've learned on a plant-based vegan lifestyle. Originally, I was going to do an ebook on it, but given the number of subscribers I have, I realized that no one would really buy it. So I thought, might as well just give them to you for free because everyone likes free things. Let's face it. So I have this huge, oh my god, 2-page list here. Well, more like 1 3/4, but it is a lot to absorb. It is a lot of detail. So I'm just gonna go down the list. I'm probably gonna break this video up into 2 because it is a lot of information and there is a lot to talk about for each thing, and each specific step or kind of guideline may seem redundant to you, may seem kind of obvious to you, but to someone else it may not seem as obvious. So I'm just going to go through it regardless of if it's obvious or not. So this is the diet aspect, and the diet aspect is very long, of course, but that's why I'm going to break the diet weight loss tips into 2 parts, because it's just easier to do it that way. So the first one is drink 1 liter of water when you wake up and before you eat. Before you eat breakfast, that is. So when you drink water, you'll realize that you just kind of naturally wake up. You don't need any caffeine or anything to wake up. So if you try to implement the 1 liter when you wake up, your digestion will be better throughout the day. Your skin will be so much better. Like for me personally, this has helped so much. Like the intake of water for me has been substantial. I drink at least 3.5 liters of water a day. And I'm someone who kind of struggled with acne. Not like to a severe extent, but I've struggled with it. And now like I do have some acne scarring, which you may be able to tell from my cheeks, but it's nothing substantial. It's nothing huge anymore. And it's all thanks to water. So drink water. And another important thing about water is that when you're sleeping, there's a gas exchange and you're foregoing so much oxygen and water when you breathe in and out. So by the time you wake up in the morning, you're basically completely dehydrated. Your body is just trying to get as much water as it can. So if you fuel it with water in the morning, you'll have so much more energy as well. Okay, so the second tip is to include at least 1 raw meal in your day. This could be breakfast, lunch, or dinner, depending on when you want to do it. So 1 raw meal will just have so many benefits to you in that you will, like, just the inclusion of more fruits and veggies that aren't cooked is just going to have such an impact on your body, your digestion, your overall mood, your stamina. So I like banana ice cream in the morning. So that's what I kind of do sometimes. Banana ice cream in the morning. Sometimes I'll add some carrot powder, cacao powder, or other fruits, or spinach with some coconut water, and it tastes so good. You could have a smoothie, you could have juices, or if you want to eat your raw meal during the nighttime, you can make like raw zoodles. I'm actually planning to do a recipe video in the future with some of my favorite raw meals. So yeah, look forward to those because I kind of experiment a lot with zucchini noodles and like cucumber noodles and carrot noodles. So I just love having fun in the kitchen. The third is to try to include greens in at least one meal. Dark leafy greens, oh my god, kale, spinach, arugula, or people call it rocket leaves, romaine, collard greens. They all have digestible protein that is perfect for your body. And if possible, try to eat them raw. But I know that some people just can't have like the taste buds for it. So if you have to, try to steam or bake your greens or your veggies. And try not to use oil. I know this is kind of a controversial thing with vegans, like whether oil is acceptable or not. But to me, I think oil is just fat. I eat oil, but I don't try to cook with oil. Like my mom cooks with oil, but I eat what she makes for me. But for me, I personally don't include oil in my personal cooking. The fourth one kind of piggybacks off of the third tip, and that is to kind of diminish or, if possible, completely eliminate your oil intake. Oil, I'll just read exactly what I wrote. Oil is absolutely useless in weight loss as it is literally liquid fat. Rather than consuming coconut oil, just eat raw coconut. Coconut is full of healthy fats and is one step less processed by man. Coconuts have invaluable nutrients that cannot be fulfilled by consuming coconut oil. Rather than consuming almond oil, eat raw almonds or almond butter. Remember that fat is not the enemy, it is a macronutrient that the body needs. I know a lot of high carb, low fat vegans are vehemently opposed to eating oil. I'm not like that. I eat oil, but I kind of plan out which meal I'm going to be consuming the oil in, so I don't have like crazy amount of oil. But at the same time, I'm also not one of the people who says, oh, you should have as much oil as you want because it's healthy. Oil is not healthy, it is literally liquid fat. So if you try to kind of diminish it, you'll notice a difference in your digestion, your skin, your acne. So I'm not saying to be high carb, low fat if that's something that you can't do. But just try not to use oil because oil is literally useless. But if you have to, go unrefined. Like unrefined coconut oil. The fifth tip is try your best to follow an 80-10-10 diet. What is an 80-10-10 diet? It is basically where 80% of your calories come from carbohydrates, 10% from fat, and 10% from protein. I know this is very hard. I mean, for me personally, I still can't be a complete person who follows an 80-10-10 diet because it's very difficult. But if you try to aim for it, and let's say you get 60-20-20, that's still closer to a lot of standard Americans who eat like 50% of their calories from carbs and like 30% from protein and 20% from fat. Like, try to eat a bulk of your calories from carbohydrates, which is your body's natural preferred stamina source. Your body converts the sugar from carbohydrates to ATP, adenosine triphosphate, which your body can then use when you're running or when you're working out or just when you're sitting in front of a computer just working on an assignment. Carbohydrates are your best friends. The sixth tip is if you still worry that you are not getting enough protein, Eat things like lentils and beans. Both are extremely high in protein, but have sufficient fibers and carbohydrates to keep you well fueled. So, beans and lentils are amazing sources of protein. They have like 23 grams of protein in a cup, if not more. And that is awesome for if you want to be a bodybuilder or if you want to be a vegan bodybuilder. So, the more protein you eat, obviously, the more built you will be. But you don't need a lot of protein in your diet. You only need about roughly, give or take, 10% of protein from your calories from fat and from protein. The last tip I'm going to be sharing in this video is eat lightly for dinner. And I know this is extremely hard for some people because people like to go out for dinner. But let's try to think about it from another perspective. If you eat like a really heavy meal during your lunch during dinner time and you just go to sleep an hour afterwards, all those calories will be converted to fat because your body hasn't had a chance to use it up yet. Regardless of if it's carbohydrates, regardless of if it's fat, regardless of if it's protein, whatever your body doesn't use up, your body stores as fat. And so, as an alternative, try to eat like a green smoothie or a fruit salad or a green salad or fruit and greens, or just veggies and fruits, or juice, or starch-based foods, but don't go overboard. Eat until you're satisfied and wait for 2 hours until you go to sleep to eat. That is probably my biggest tip for weight loss, and I think that I will end it off there for now. So if you guys enjoyed these tips and tricks about how to lose weight on a vegan lifestyle, I hope you will subscribe to my channel because I post a lot of videos like these. And of course, there will be a part 2 to this, and in the future, if I think of more tips, I'll make a part 3, part 4, etc. But for now, I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Please give me a thumbs up if you did. Please subscribe to my channel. Please tell me what kind of tips and tricks do you want to start using, start implementing, or what do you already do to lose weight if you want to lose weight. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!